Tarantino is one of the last true auteurs in Hollywood. The man doesn't make prequels, sequels, reboots, remakes, reimaginings. He doesn't make comic book movies. He doesn't make uh, sci-fi epics. And yet his movies are always an event and have been for 25 years now, since Pulp Fiction. His latest movie is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This here is volume 2 of my Tarantino collection. I have all of his movies. Uh, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was the last movie to fit into the case. I'm aware of the fact that Tarantino says after his 10th movie he's going to retire. That may be one of the only exceptions that I will make as far as once I stop buying DVDs and Blu-rays. I think that one I can make room for, especially if it comes in a box set, and especially if that box set has Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair in it. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is set in 1969 LA. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt as a washed-up TV star and his stuntman slash best friend. It also stars Margot Robbie as Sharon Tate, the real-life actress who was murdered by the Manson family, and that's sort of what the movie is building towards, you think. I'm not going to spoil the ending because the ending is glorious. I felt like the movie dragged a bit. I was kind of ready to like rank it pretty low on my list of Tarantino movies. And then the ending of the movie is so fucking bonkers, batshit insane that it bumped the whole thing up for me. And it was one of the most enjoyable experiences that I have had in a movie in a long time because it was so horrific and I couldn't stop laughing. The movie really is, it's star-studded. It's got Kurt Russell and Al Pacino and just a laundry list of huge celebrities, sometimes making very, very small appearances. It really captures 1969 LA. It's kind of amazing because Tarantino, I don't think, used much in the way of CGI. Maybe a touch here and there, but for the most part, and they don't just show like, oh, like we're going to recreate what the Capitol Records building looked like in 1969. No, Brad Pitt is driving down the street for quite a bit of this movie, and out the window you can see old cars and buildings that look like they did in 69, and it's kind of amazing the detail that went into this, the love and care and crafting that Tarantino brought to this movie, which not a lot of filmmakers do anymore. It would just be a giant CGI city outside. I would rank this kind of still not quite, it's not in the same league as Django Unchained or Kill Bill or Jackie Brown. I would rank it, it's definitely above Death Proof, but I would rank it kind of with Hateful Eight and Inglourious Bastards as two of the ones that are lower on my list of Tarantino movies. But since the man delivers nothing but masterpieces, with the possible exception of Death Proof, which is still fun, but it's not a masterpiece. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that's still high praise for it. I do want to really quick address the controversy that surrounded the movie. There is a scene where Brad Pitt's character gets into a fight with Bruce Lee. The fight, a lot of people are like, oh, he beat Bruce Lee in the fight. He actually didn't beat him. There was a draw. The fight was stopped before. It was supposed to be like, whoever could knock the other one down, best 2 out of 3. and they never get to the third time. They each get their, knock each other down once. Um, Bruce Lee's daughter made a big deal about this. A lot of people called it racist. And Tarantino had the best comeback for that. He says, if I have Bruce Lee fight Dracula, Dracula is a fictional character. I can say that Dracula will beat Bruce Lee. Brad Pitt's character was a fictional character. If Tarantino decides that that character can hold his own against Bruce Lee, of course he can. He's a fictional character. You can make him as strong or as good a fighter as you want to. This is one of those classic cases of people being way too sensitive about something. A lot of the complaint was, oh, they make Bruce Lee look really full of himself. He was. Bruce Lee was a lot like Muhammad Ali. He talked shit. He went on and on and on about how great he was. That was one of the things Bruce Lee did. Not to the extent of Muhammad Ali, but I thought that the portrayal of Bruce Lee was great in it. If anything, I thought that character should have been in the movie more. This is a movie that everybody who really loves film should go and see. It's fun. It's funny. It's dramatic only in the sense that you feel for the characters, even though they're a bit ridiculous. And it builds to one of the most satisfying conclusions I've seen in a movie in years. I'm going to go 4 out of 5 stars for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Absolutely seek it out. It is well worth your time.